Every man wants to know what makes a woman stop, turn, and feel that invisible pull. Not the kind that comes from pickup lines or flashy outfits, but the kind that speaks directly to her subconscious. This man is different. Here's the truth: most men don't realize women aren't just listening to what you say. They're absorbing your energy, your patterns, your behavior, especially when you're not looking. It's the little things, the ones most guys ignore, that set you apart. The masculine habits that separate the guy who gets a polite smile from the one she can't stop thinking about. Today, I'm breaking down the 10 most attractive male habits women notice instantly, starting with 2 absolute game changers. Habit 1, the grounded presence. You've seen it. A man walks into a room, he says nothing, yet everything shifts. That's presence, not loud, not arrogant, just anchored in who he is. The world bends to him, not the other way around. Neil Strauss said it best: the pickup artist uses tricks, but the real man, he is the trick. A grounded man doesn't chase attention. He commands it. It begins with the body. Stand like you own the room. Shoulders relaxed, feet grounded, eyes steady. A look that says, I see you, I'm not trying to impress, I'm simply here. When a woman senses this energy, her body responds before her mind does. She feels safe, and that's where attraction begins, not with charm, but with security. Presence can't be faked. It's cultivated through breath, through stillness, through staying composed under pressure. When she tests you, with sarcasm, silence, or detachment, don't flinch. Don't chase. That's how you stand out. Want to build this? Meditate, breathe deeply, get out of your head and into your body. Observe more, react less. When your energy is calm, assertive, and grounded, she will feel it. Habit 2, intentional silence. Here's what most men miss. Attraction isn't built in what you say, it's built in what you don't. We live in a noisy world. Everyone's talking, filling silence. That's why a man who can sit in silence comfortably creates mystery. And mystery, it drives women wild. Silence isn't empty, it's loaded, especially when it's deliberate. One of the biggest mistakes men make, they rush to fill every pause. Why? Because silence makes them uncomfortable. But the high-value man lets it breathe. He lets her lean in. Mystery triggers feminine attraction. When she can't quite read you, when you don't reveal everything up front, you become a puzzle. And humans, we're wired to solve puzzles. Robert Greene, in The Art of Seduction, says it perfectly: withholding builds allure. Give too much too soon, and the tension dies. Hold back just a little, and you build desire. Emotional sovereignty. Here's a small shift that creates a massive impact. Next time you're on a date and she asks a question, pause. 2 seconds, smile, look her in the eye, then answer intentionally. Those 2 seconds say more than 100 words. Because the most underrated form of attraction isn't physical, it's energetic. It's how she feels around you. Especially when you're not even trying to impress. There's power in the man who doesn't seek approval, not because he doesn't care, but because he doesn't need it. This is emotional sovereignty. Most men, they're on a roller coaster. She replies fast, they're elated. She delays, they spiral, but a grounded man isn't for sale. His mood isn't outsourced. His validation comes from within. She tests you because biology tells her to. She needs to know. Can you hold your center when she can't? And when you can't, that's when real trust begins. Standards. Most men focus on being chosen. They forget. They get to choose too. They filter themselves, shrink, hide their edges, hoping to be liked. But when you do that, you lose what makes you powerful: authenticity. You can't be magnetic trying to be everyone's cup of tea. Attraction doesn't come from pleasing, it comes from truth. And yes, sometimes that means walking away. When a woman senses that you have standards, that you're evaluating her just as much, the dynamic flips. You're not just there for the ride, you're choosing to engage, and that changes everything. But don't get it twisted. Standards aren't about judgment. They're about discernment. Is she beautiful and respectful, fun but consistent? A man with standards doesn't flinch at beauty. He's not reactive, he's selective. That's rare, and rare is irresistible. Emotional mastery. Imagine this. She pulls away slightly. Teases, tests you. Most men panic. They over-explain, apologize, chase. But the grounded man, he breathes. Smiles, stays still. That pause between stimulus and response sees power. Women don't fall in love with words. They fall in love with how they feel around you. And nothing feels better than a man who can hold the storm. Purpose isn't just a cliché. It's the backbone of masculine energy. The man who's building something, who makes time for her by choice, is the man who draws her in effortlessly. You don't need to be rich or famous. You need to be driven. Whether it's fitness, business, art, or discipline, live a life not centered around women, but around becoming the man you were meant to be. When your life has direction, your energy has weight. Women feel it, and they want to be part of it. Leadership isn't control, it's direction. It's not barking orders, it's knowing what you want and guiding with confidence. From where you take her to dinner to how you handle tension, a man who leads allows a woman to relax into her feminine. That's not dominance, that's presence. And when your movements are slow, grounded, and intentional, you shift the entire room. Congruence women sense inconsistency like radar. If your words say confidence but your energy says fear, they won't trust you. No trust, no desire. Congruence means your actions, voice, posture, values. They all align. There's no inner conflict. You don't say you respect yourself. You show it consistently. That's what women feel. That's what makes them say, "There's just something about him." Emotional precision. Real men feel deeply, but stay grounded. They don't numb themselves and they don't drown either. They hold their own emotion without collapsing into drama. That kind of precision makes a woman feel safe. Not just safe to talk, safe to be fully herself. And when a woman feels safe and desired, that's not attraction. That's obsession. Self-respect, the final habit that ties it all together. Self-respect is a practice. It's how you talk to yourself, what you tolerate, what you walk away from. You don't chase what disrespects you. You don't explain your worth. You become the man who commands love by never begging for it. Because here's the truth, a woman doesn't fall for what you give her. She falls for how she feels about herself around you. Make her feel safe, seen, challenged, desired. And she won't want to leave, not because you trapped her, but because she found something she can't find anywhere else. That's not game, that's power, and if you've made it this far, you already know. This is the man you were meant to become. Not for her, not for approval, but for you. For the life you're here to lead.